So this is a quick chronological list of all the stuff I've made. The older stuff, not the newer stuff. This was a motor I made like 8 years ago. I don't really remember. Just two magnets. The supports collapsed. Well, this actually came first. This was before one of these. This I made in 8th or 9th grade. It's a high voltage divider. It exploded. It's in one of my videos. And then I got into turbines. So I tried to build this turbine with an old bike bearing. See, there would have been fuel in there, and then it would burn in there. And I put some speakers together. This was a full bridge rectifier that I submerged in oil to keep cool. And I remember being shocked when it produced 170 volts because I didn't understand what 220 RMS really meant. This was still before college. This was in high school. This was a Geiger counter I tried to build. There's a metal tube with another metal tube in the middle of it and some sort of really crude transistor multiplier. It did not work. None of these worked yet. This was an HO2 producer. So you pump water in one side and hydrogen oxygen gas comes out the other side, and so these little plates laminated together with leads. Don't think that worked either. This one did work. This was high school. This is the inside of a microwave that you connect to a magnetron right here. So you just connect this to a magnetron and then you ground the magnetron right here. So you've ground, and this is for the heater, and you can actually operate magnetrons outside of microwaves. This is in the video with like 60K that I have, which is pretty cool. This was a steam engine I tried to make, never worked. Don't look at that too long. That was at the end of high school. So this was a stick welder I tried to make that same summer. I put 3 microwave oven transformers in series, or parallel, I mean. This was before I understood anything with AC, like phase or impedance or anything. So, you know, I was just like, oh, 1, 2, 3, put them in parallel. We'll get 3 times the current. Although I love these cute little bulbs I put on here, this little switch. So one bulb lights up when you plug it in, and then when you flip the switch, the other bulb lights up. And then this actually, and I rewound all the secondaries on these as well. So you can see I've actually torn out the secondaries on all these transformers and rewound them with, so each one's 16 volts, so 16, 16, 16. Of course, they're all going to fight, and this thing would blow the fuse after like 30 seconds, so it didn't really work, but it made some really cool arcs. And then this bulb lights up with the output right here. And this is a Tesla coil I built that never worked, but I wound this in like 8th grade, and then I built this part in like 12th grade and still never worked. This is a high voltage cough crotch voltage multiplier I wanted to make, but never got around to it. Or it was a Marx generator, I don't remember which one. This is just a ditzy camera with optical zoom camera with a scope on the end. This was a ball mill because I wanted to get into grinding my own aluminum, but that never worked either. This one was one of the first things that really worked really well. This was a little night vision camera, and the boost converter I built for it. Look at this, I used a JBT as my switching transistor. That's amazing. So I didn't understand any kind of switching topographies or really know anything. This was, I think, junior year of college. I just threw it together. I think there's a 555 timer down there, an inductor, you know. That was super inefficient, so I just ended up using 2 batteries and tapping the middle, so it'd be 5 volts and 5 volts, and 10 volts went to the IR light on top, and 5 volts went to power the camera. And the camera has the IR lens removed as well, so you can see in the pitch black in this if you have the IR light on. It's really cool, but it blinds you because the screen's so bright. So, and then this was the isolator I made this is when I had a battery in my car, so I only would let the car charge up the battery on board, and then the battery on board couldn't discharge. No, if I discharged the battery in the back, it couldn't discharge the starter battery, something like that. We actually made these at the first company I worked for. It just senses the voltage and flips relays. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I have some old videos of it. I think it worked. And this is something I made like 2 years ago, in like an hour or 2. It's a chrono, so shoot your airsoft for an airsoft gun. shoot it down there. I think it still has some juice. Yeah. Ooh, it's a little tired. So yeah, you shoot your airsoft gun down and it will tell you how fast it's going and stuff. Pretty cool. But you have to hold the button down. Press that still works. Can I even see what's in here? There's a nano. Yeah. Oh, I gotta charge that. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff I've made. I'm moving my lab, and I thought I'd record the chronological order of some of this stuff because I will forget. Like stuff at the very beginning, I don't even remember. So cool. Enjoy.